When I first met you 10 years ago, you were doing work for a series of websites explaining and also exposing Hamas sympathizers and Students for Justice of Palestine, Muslim Brotherhood being embedded here in the Middle East. We've kind of taken our eye off that topic. There's been so many other domestic fights. But now that sleeper cell is awake and it is angry after the atrocities and the massacre of what happened in Israel. Jeremy, your reaction to what we've been seeing on these college campuses, I know it is not a surprise to you. You've been doing this work for quite a while.
Yeah, Ben and I were working, when you and I first met, Charlie, with the David Horowitz Freedom Center, and David was doing, I think, some of the earliest and most important work on this topic for many, many years. And even then it was frightening, but I never would have guessed we'd be seeing the kind of images that we're seeing today. You're right, we took our eye off the ball and this cancer really spread, I think, beyond any of the proportions that we might have expected. But it's really not surprising in retrospect, and here's why. I think what we're seeing is intersectional hierarchy ideology coming into direct conflict with itself. They built a thought trap, and now they're stuck in it. And the thought trap is this. It's that the powerful are intrinsically bad, and the weak are intrinsically virtuous. And anything that diminishes the power of the powerful is therefore a good, and anything that enhances the power of the weak is inherently good. And this was created as a way of defending minorities against predominantly in the West white Christian men who occupy a position of power in the majority. But there is an inherent flaw in intersectional hierarchy, and that is that one of the smallest minorities in the world, that is the Jews, have disproportionate success and power within most of the spheres in which they operate. And this has led the very movement that purports to defend the minority against the majority to be aligned on the side of the destruction of one of the smallest minorities that exists in the world. It's all because of one bad idea baked into the core of their ideology.